So first up is this rather lovely Bentley Continental GT Le Mans Edition, one of 48 I believe. Very, very impressive interior already. Obviously a Mulliner bespoke car celebrating the various Bentley Le Mans victories. We've got this little plaque here that actually says every year, commemorates every year that Bentley won Le Mans, all the way from 1924 to 2003 with that amazing Speed 8. Got these cool 360 cameras which I like on the new cars. But yeah, let's get going. Immediately wonderfully smooth, as with all Bentleys. I love the head-up display now that you get, so you don't even have to look down to see the speedometer, which is actually really useful when there's things like the speed cameras and, you know, less distracting when you're driving. Paddles feel great. I'll have a go on them very shortly. I love this red centre on this steering wheel. This is pretty cool. I've not seen a Bentley like this before. Again, showing you the extra mile that you can go with the Mulliner coach building division. It doesn't feel too big, this car, which is amazing considering the size and weight of it. They really do well, Bentley, with making them feel like light and agile cars. The best thing on this one for me is the specification, particularly the exterior. That beautiful dark green metallic paint really suits the car so nicely. Now Bentley have very kindly given us some pre-programmed routes with some nice roads, so hopefully we'll get a chance to push on a little bit and explore this Bentley's capabilities. This is the W12 Continental GT, which actually they are discontinuing, so if you want one, best get that order in now. If you could only have one car for the rest of your life, I think something like this is a very strong contender, because it does cover all bases. You know, you can't go much wrong with one of these. You've got the luxury, you've got the speed. It's always had some great road presence as well. And I think now, this latest generation Continental GT, journalists have been praising for having a nicer image than the first generation almost. It looks a bit sleeker, it's a little bit less ostentatious perhaps than when the first car came out. But what a fantastically smooth drive. So we've got a little bit of an open road now after this roundabout. So let's see how fast this thing can accelerate. Still puts a smile on your face, going from 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds, especially in a car as big as this. I think this is 660 odd horsepower from that 6-litre W12 twin turbo engine. Yeah, really enjoyed this, and looking forward to driving the Batur, the £1.5 million Super Coupe by Mulliner later today. Now this is another Bentley I had to show you from the Mulliner collection today. This is the Flying Spur, which I've always liked because I've always been extremely impressed by the fact it's a sedan, luxury sedan car weighing well over 2 tons, and it can do speeds of over 205 miles an hour, which just to me seems absolutely bonkers. But yeah, let's have some fun with this thing. It drives so far almost identically to the Continental GT W12 Coupe. This one also powered by the W12 engine. But what a beautiful thing. Love the interior materials, colours. You've got the blue leather on this with the cream. Really tastefully specified car, showing off what Mulliner can do. So cool to me how you can transport, you know, 4 people in really high levels of comfort, but also go extremely fast as well. And something like this, for me, I'm not sure most of the general public would agree with my opinion, but something like this is a lot cooler than SUV, in my opinion. The sedans and the estate cars particularly, I'm a really big fan of. That should work. Cool. I guess it's pretty similar to the others.
Exactly, yeah.
To drive.
Because it's a Batur, it starts in kind of sport rather than Bentley.
Oh yeah.
But apart from that, all of your control and touch points are going to be the same. And I guess a lot of people do ask, why is it 1.5 million difference?
Yeah.
But I think you really have to think about the fact it's coach built. I'm not sure how many 740 horsepower coach built cars you can use as a daily driver.
Yeah.
And obviously we'll be out in 10-15 minutes, but you'll quickly see that you can use this on a daily basis.
Yeah.
But what's quite nice is that you're actually really involved in the journey with our curators.
Yeah.
Making sure this is exactly what you want to specify perfectly.
Yeah. Is it a bit noisier than the standard?
So as standard is the Acoustic exhaust.
Okay.
And yes, it is.
Is that an option on the Continentals? Or?
It is an option, yes.
Okay. Yeah, it's definitely noisier immediately.
Yeah.
But you almost don't realise what you're in, do you? Because it's just so comfortable and smooth and.
Correct. And this comes back to what I was talking about with regards to daily drivers.
Yeah.
So we've got larger intercoolers and also slightly revised turbos, which then helps us get to the 740 horsepower and the increased torque.
740 is a lot, isn't it?
Yeah.
What does a regular Continental have now?
It's around about 650.
Okay.
So it's an extra 90.
Big difference.
Yeah, it is.
This car is our Bentley Bacalar that we built in Mulliner. This was almost like the rebirth of coach building for Bentley. The car that kind of signified the whole kind of, back in 2019, 2020, when we said, could we do this? Would people go from buying a, £250,000, £300,000 Bentley to a very strictly limited series car? So building only 12 of them for £1.5 million. And we basically took the plunge and decided to create something that we've never done before.
So I've got the Bentleys all lined up here at the Muse. Lovely Mulliner specifications. Up next is this pretty cool Bentayga S V8, affectionately nicknamed the Tank, with this satin British racing green. Amazing interior. Love the wood there, it's really cool. And then you've got the tweed inlays. Amazing. So, next up, the Bentayga, greeted straight away by those lovely soft closed doors. I have to adjust this seating position. Obviously, the person in front of me was quite a bit taller. There we go. Oh, it's a nice sound from that V8. This one actually, the only V8 of the new ones that we got here today. Cool. You don't feel those speed bumps at all compared to the previous cars. Even in the Batur and the Continental, felt those, but as you'd expect from the SUV, very, very pleasant over bumps. I have to take some pictures of this in a bit because the lighting is really nice at the moment. Just got that soft winter sun. Let's see what we've got. Does not drive like an SUV. Great noise from that V8. Again, turbocharged, I believe twin turbo. So you find me now in the Bentley Continental R Mulliner, actually a final series car, one of 11 supposedly built, 2003 car with that huge 6 3/4 litre V8 engine. Again, still really, really smooth to drive. Some things a little bit dated now, but I love this, all the controls and the dials in the middle.